So on the Citrix Converge event website, we've basically got the Hackathon section here. It provides an introduction to what the Hackathon is, what it does, what the conference themes are, basically how it will all work, so what the timing is. Basically, any submissions can come in between now and next Friday. We will announce the winners 1 week later, on November 20th. So I think if I was completely new to Citrix, I think the two best starting points there is the learning journeys. So we do have 2 learning journeys. One is for Citrix Workspace micro apps, and that basically provides you an introduction to what micro apps are, why you might want to use micro apps. So that's a start, and then it leads to how do you set up your development environment. So basically, how do you get hands on your own environment to start building? And then basically what we do here is we build a first integration, which is for Jira. And we host a Jira instance, so it's fairly easy to set this up in within minutes. So you basically follow this. After that, you will end up with a complete integration of Jira into Workspace. And once you've done all of this, you will know exactly how to build a micro app integration for Jira. And then once you've done this, the next step is really to think about other use cases. Think about another system of records that you want to integrate, or think about a different Jira use case that you want to integrate, and then basically makes that the Hackathon submission. But it's a guided experience on how to build on the platform. And we have the same for CVAT. So if it's more about apps and desktop virtualization, we have a similar learning journey that provides an introduction to the APIs. So micro apps are low code. The CVAT APIs are more real code. So that would be my starting point if I was completely new to Citrix.
So I mentioned it in our promotional video for the hackathon, but here are the 3 main categories that we'd like to focus with is business continuity, growth, workforce, and talent strategies. A brief description is on the bottom of each within the bullet points, but a lot of it is in the sense of how do we continue business with the innovations of these submissions that you're coming up with, so guarding against security breaches, outages, and then a lot of what Citrix is focused on for the future of work is moving to the cloud. So cloud migration, sustainability services. The idea of workforce and talents is new, and it fits in line with what's been going on with 2020 in terms of the remote worker. While things like those are occurring, we still kind of have to continue business as usual. So how would you hire a new person during pandemic? What would streamline the process of onboarding a lot easier? Things like these would be starting basis that all of you guys can take a look at when you want to begin ideating around your submission. And while Robert did highlight things such as the CVAT and micro apps, we're pretty open into what your submission would like to be focused on with the Citrix technology that you'll be using here. The past examples we've shown have been focused heavily on micro apps because they were micro app hackathons, but for this one we're leaving it pretty open for everyone.
Yeah, I think that's one thing that I noticed this morning. There was a session I think earlier on today about Podio and micro apps, and as you might know, micro apps give you a way of interacting with a system of record, but are not a system of record, in their own right. And Podio can be that system of record. So if you want to build an app from the ground up, if you like, right, if you don't have an existing API that you want to expose via a micro app, Podio could be that system of record where your data lives, and then use micro apps to expose it into Citrix Workspace. Or you could even just build a Podio app. You know, you could come up with a Podio solution for a particular problem that businesses are facing right now. Well, one thing I would encourage people to do if they are just working on their own right now is maybe reach out in the Hackathon team creation channel. So everybody is added to Virtual Hackathon automatically. We did create that Hackathon team creation channel so that those kind of questions about, hey, I'm looking to join a team, I'm looking to form a team, are kind of separate from technical questions. But I would definitely say that if you are currently working on your own, it's definitely worth forming or joining a team. I think from past experience, the optimum is about 3 to 5. You want 2 or 3 people, just so that you have some the creative tension, I guess, within the team. You can kind of bounce ideas around and come up with things like that. I think more than 5, you get into that mythical man-month problem of the number of interactions between team members. You'll spend more of your time arguing than actually creating anything. So that's my take there.
And speaking of which, we'll continue to post examples of past winners, just to try to give you an idea of what winning hackathon entries have done in the past. And there's a lot more entries that are on our Citrix Developer YouTube channel. There were some really interesting ones. While they didn't win, they were certainly up there in terms of their creativity and innovation. One of them that comes to mind was troubleshooting right after an earthquake. So I think we had one team create a system where they mimicked an earthquake happening, and then the seismographic number would be sent to a micro app that would kick in the system to try to prevent any outages shortly afterwards, or if any secondary shocks were to occur. So that was an interesting use case. As you can see, it expands a lot past the main categories we discuss here, but it's just one of those ways of doing creative thinking in terms of
So we have plenty of samples basically from the previous hackathons. So I've shared the link on the GTM chat, but also it's also linked from the hackathon page itself. So basically there's a bunch of other winning hackathon entries in there. It's a good source of innovation, and I like the idea to basically mesh up existing ideas and build something even better. That's always a great thing to do.
Yeah, we also noticed that we have a lot of students registered for this hackathon, and so anything that you feel that actually could be beneficial in terms of problems you may be facing right now, whether it be distance learning, how would you utilize Citrix technology to deal with something similar as that, to probably doing things within Job Hunt, creating micro apps to help you find job postings, or different type of actions that you actually need in your daily life that you'd like to solve. We're more than happy to have those submitted into the competition as well.
Yeah, coming from the UK, it would be which bar in the Students' Union has the shortest line right now? It's not really US applicable.
Otherwise, if there are any additional questions, feel free to reach out to us on the Virtual Hackathon Slack channel. We'll be posting this video to hopefully answer any more questions for anyone that may have missed it, and sending it out on the Slack channel, our YouTube channel, our email, and we are open all the time. So if there is any need, someone will go ahead and respond. And we look forward to all the submissions coming in, and good luck to everyone.
Yeah, and I know for sure that at least we've had at least one submission already, right? Some people had their act together very quickly.
Oh yeah, so
I believe they may have started last week.
Not surprising. A lot of people like to win these things. So if you have any questions about submitting as well, we have a Podio form. We'll also send the link out to get everyone to do their submissions. We're looking for 5-minute video demos and a small write-up, and then we should be good to go. And then...
just before we get off, actually, Sonny, that reminds me. Wow, you can tell how well we planned this. What can we say about prizes? Because we know that we are drop shipping prizes after the event because 2020. What else can you tell us about prizes, Sonny?
So there'll be prizes sent out for individual team members, and then each of them will probably get the same items. So there'll be no arguing about who gets what. One of the highlights is you will get a trophy, so you can go ahead and take pics and share it on the gram or LinkedIn or whatnot to let them know that you are a winner. And then we'll also have winner circles and multiple categories. So we also have student submissions that we'll need to figure out as well. And then categories based off of the ones we talked about earlier. So business continuity, workforce, and whatnot.
Awesome.
Cool. Otherwise, I hope we were able to answer all your questions here. If you've had any, once again, reach out to us on the Slack channel if there's anything else that you need to know more about, and we'll be sharing as much information with you guys as we can. Otherwise, thanks for dropping by, and see you on Slack.
Bye.
Bye.